what's crazy? I think he doesn't have any misses. Because, number one, he doesn't post every video he makes. I mean, EX, the video that I was in. They clip their shit. Why content creators go insane?
Content creation. The last stand.
Big Tug video, dub.
Content creation. The last standing export that Americans under the age of 35 are willing to produce. Everybody wants to be rich and famous, and nowadays that's actually a possibility. Well, maybe not the rich part, but you can be like locally famous for a couple weeks pretty easily. Set up a camera, get the lighting right, and perform your own little talent for your niche audience to enjoy. Or if you're not that talented, you can just steal other people's content and pretend like you're original. A lot of people do that. You think people are gonna check? They're on the swiping mentality, baby. They're gonna like it and keep moving. They're not even gonna—
You wanna make money on TikTok? Just post fucking 1 minute long Family Guy clips. I'm pretty sure that'd be illegal, but if you want to make money on TikTok, the amount of channels that get like 100k subs or 100k followers on TikTok and then just post minute long videos and get like 200k views and make like a genuine salary. Somebody redeemed push-ups. I'll do them at the end of the video. Rexarino for the 5. My homie's 1-year-old kid listens to the ants go marching. Stizzy for the 3. BRB Joe, I'm gonna go get a vape, bruh.
Check the comments. You're in the clear, you piece of shit. And if that doesn't work, just, I don't know, show your butthole. That's gonna work to some effect. I recently hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and that's one of the few goals I set for myself.
I feel like making an OnlyFans and it being unsuccessful is much more sad than starting social media and being unsuccessful. Like, if you have like OnlyFans and you're just showing your straight asshole on there, and you have like 2 subscribers and one of them is somebody you know, I feel like that's just that. Like, there has to be a monetary threshold where OnlyFans is like worth it for the average person, and the majority of people on OnlyFans are not making that threshold.
In this lifetime. And to be honest, being a full-time content creator was a dream of mine since I was a tot, so I should be really happy, right? And I mean, I'm not working in a steel mill or a coal mine. Like, my job is relatively easy, so I should be pretty thrilled.
It just means you're fugly? Not necessarily. A lot of it is marketing, if you want me to be real. OnlyFans marketing, because how are people going to find you, right? Like, you could be an attractive person, right? And you could be showing everything on OnlyFans, but if no one, it's the same thing. OnlyFans is the same thing as a social media. If nobody knows about it, no one's gonna buy it, you know? With that, right? There's no way my mental health would deteriorate like a sugar cube in a boiling pot of water, right? I'm gonna complain for like the next 12 minutes, so you just gotta stick through this. So we all have our favorite content creators. Markiplier, XQC, Jenna Marbles. The best one. But if you've been around as long as I have, you'll notice that your favorite content creators will start in one place and become a fucking shell of themselves after a while, which is not fun to watch, but it happens to everybody. But why is that? Well, as someone who's had up close and first-hand experience with this career path, I know a thing or two about content creation, okay? Number 1, there's too much pressure. Oh my god. This job is a Sisyphus-level boulder roll where you wake up in the morning, pull an idea out of your ass, post that— Yeah, bad performance on videos just makes you feel like you're— like, dude, I post all the time, and I mean, I've learned to, like, somewhat get over it for the most part, but whenever you have, like, a string of videos do bad in a row, it just makes you feel like a fucking failure. Or even on Twitch, right? Like, where views go up and down all the time, and some months are going to be better than others. Like, for example, in the summer, I averaged like 5K viewers. And right when September hit, I skyrocketed down to like 2.6. I knew that was going to happen because the school year was starting. But even when it happened, I was like, I'm boring. People hate me. No, I'm not making good enough content, right? Stuff like that.
Video, and then you show it to a variety of people for mild applause. And then you just sit there and watch the analytics grow or not grow as if it's gonna make the water boil any faster. And if it doesn't go well, if the video's a flop, whoopsie, there goes some wasted time. And if I do a bunch of those, then there goes my whole career. Let's hope I can keep it up, Tucker. Number 2, this shit is lonely, yo, straight up. First of all, I rarely leave my house due to this career. I don't a travel blogger. I make everything—
Yeah, the interaction is definitely lower unless you're somebody that lives in like LA or Texas. Like, I stream with other creators, but I don't, like, talk to other creators. Like, my social life is me hanging out with my friends and going to a bar, right? Or some shit like that. Shingle for the 3. Been watching on your stream since you released your first YouTube video. Watch you religiously ever since. Seeing you grow as a streamer has been truly a sight to see, and it's far crazy how much you've progressed. You've helped us through so much, and you're an inspiration for all of us. Not only that, you help me along with thousands of others with their mental health and even their physical health. Keep it up. We are rooting for you. Thank you. Ass message from Shingle Fingle. Thank you for the fucking 300 biddies as well. Tyler for the sub. And wow, that's crazy. You've been watching me that long. Stizzy for the 3. Already read that.
Right here. You gotta crank content out to stay even a little bit relevant, and I'm not even good at that. And it's just me, my camera, and my thoughts. I don't have like a production team. It's just me standing here, and my thoughts are loud, and they are angry, and they don't stop. And also, I don't even know how you reach out to other content creators. I don't know what's the best way to reach them, and it's so pretentious to even assume that.
I think reaching out, like, I remember my management told me this, or just in general, like, content creators will be like, you need to make content connections. Forcing that shit is just so awful. Like, the meaningful content connections that I've made happen naturally, right? Just like you would a regular friend. Like, you're not going to go out there and, like, force a friendship. I mean, obviously you might be looking in that sense, but it's the same thing with, like, a relationship in any sense. The people that I stream with the most, I just happen to meet them, right? Like Zeusy or Sneeg now, or fucking Big Puffer and all them. Like, I just recently started streaming with them because we happened to get placed in a Minecraft video together, like all this other shit.
That because I have subscribers and someone else has subscribers that we should, like, link up, bro. Oh, I've noticed you have some clout. I also have some clout. Let's talk about, how, I don't know, getting pussy. I don't know. Fuck it. So I have no clue.
God, like, I don't even remember how I got on the Chuckle Sandwich podcast. I know Ted followed me, but I don't know how I got it. I don't even remember getting invited. I just remember being on it. Tyler for the 3. Like, shit like that. Like a lot of those connections just happen.
What I'm doing, I have no one to relate to, and I don't have anyone to vent to about this. All my friends work in an office, a 9 to 5, and if I complain a little bit about my job, they're like, hey, suck it up, pussy. I'm working the fucking grind. And I'm like, I get that. But, I mean, for instance, number 3, the comments weigh on me like the boulder on Corey's.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. Even, you can say, and I say it all the time, right? You got to cherish the positive comments more than the negative ones. But it's just hardwired as a human to look at one negative comment, and that just overcasts fucking 100 positive comments. Like, I could look at 100 people say, oh, this video was mad funny, and then I see one person, like, comment, this was the worst video I've ever seen of you, and I'll just be like, dude, it's just all, like, and that's not even just content creation, that's just life, man. Like, you could have a million people be like, oh, you're beautiful, and then one person says you're ugly, and you're like,
chest. I know you're not supposed to read them, guys. I know everyone's been saying don't read the comments since, like, 2006, but my ego, it's just so hungry. And the majority of you guys say very funny, very nice things, and I want to be part of that fun. But then sometimes I get a comment that says something like, oh, he looks like Chris Evans if he died in a river and showed up in a lake 2 months later. Or, oh, he looks like a mix between a gummy bear and Mac Miller.
I feel so bad when creators think they suck because of one dumbass hater. It's usually not one dumbass hater. It's like the harassment of like 50 dedicated haters. Like, every content creator has people that just set most of their experience in your realm of just being an asshole because they don't like you.
Or post overdose. Another comment that was written 2 years ago and I can't stop thinking about it. Or, oh, how about he looks like that rat from that animated movie. Doesn't matter which movie. I look like all of them.
But I think a lot of people realize that, and it offsets it by, it becomes like a clash, right? Like, I have people that just shit on me all the time. But conversely, I have people that watch me all the time that see that person that shits on me, and then they just go to town, right? Like, fuck you, get the fuck off his page then. Shit like that. You have no haters? I just block people, bro. I have haters. I have haters. Especially on stream, man. They're just banned in my chat. They might be sitting here watching right now, right? I have haters. You just don't see them often because why would I sit there and allow them to just shit on me all the time?
All of the
Every creator has haters. Every creator. There is not one. Like, even you could think of somebody like Moist Critical, who like is universally liked. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of people that hate Moist Critical, right? Or shit like that. Markiplier, the same.
Number 4, and most importantly, I alluded to it earlier, but nobody...
Case Jinxie, Mr. Beast. Like, a lot of guys that are, like, generally universally liked also are gonna have people that just fucking despise them.
Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Nobody has any clue how to make this shit work. The whole industry, everyone's just guessing the entire time, except for Mr. Beast. I feel like he sold his soul to make every video as profitable as possible, but he's an outlier.
It is crazy. I think he doesn't have any misses, because, number one, he doesn't post every video he makes. I mean, EX, the video that I was in. But alternatively, he's not just a person, right? Like, content creators, like, all have misses. Big Tug will have misses. Everybody has misses. Mr. Beast doesn't show misses because he has a whole group of people that are helping him make a video successful.
Talk about him. I mean, people claim to be experts, social media strategists. They are so full of shit. I've worked with these people. I've seen them in office buildings. All they do, this is what the social media strategists do. They pretend like they know what they're doing. They come up with hashtag strategies and other bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like when influencers sell. I know a few influencers who do it, and I've never said anything to them because I think they're still pretty chill and I think they just need money, but I hate when influencers sell how to be a content creator programs, because I think that at the end of the day, it's experience. I don't know if Tug's going to get into this, but I think realistically, you just got to do it, right? If you, like, I could give you as much advice as possible. You could pay for a program from Jimmy himself. But at the end of the day, you got to get in there and actually do it, or you're not going to know what you're doing. It's the same with any job, right? Like, if I tell you how to fish, you're not going to know how to fish unless you go fishing. Even if I give you a detailed layout, right? Like, you're still going to suck until you try it, right? And nobody's good off rip. The people that are like fucking marvels, and those people usually have like cinematography degrees or like experience in that realm. Like Ted Davison, I mean, I don't know what his old content looked like, but he was somebody that was good. Chak Pembroke, just really good. I don't know what degrees he has, if any, but like a lot of people that are good off rip also have a background where they practiced previously.
And then they just throw a bunch of junk at the wall and hope things stick. And when one thing finally sticks, they go, yeah, knew exactly what I was doing. Ignore the 90 other things I posted that didn't hit. This is an amalgamation of everything I've learned so far. The internet is like the stock market, according to Matthew McConaughey. It's fugazi. It does nothing make sense. Do you think McDonald's knew that the Grimace Shake was gonna be some kind of weird, fucked up viral success? They had no idea. The internet is a hive mind of the weirdest shit.
It is crazy that the Grimace Shake trend just wouldn't have happened if that one guy didn't make a video saying, trying the Grimace Shake, and then it cuts to him being, like, passed out in the woods. That was, like, a 2-3 week trend. Like, any of that stuff, like, it's just random, right? Like, what's going to do well on social media to some degree is uncontrollable. Tyler for the fucking 5 gifted. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Tyler Klaus. Or Kraus. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Strap for the 7 ninja for the 1,000 biddies. Got a new manager at work. A few days ago, he booted me from the store. I have to transfer to another location. Why? Took it pretty hard. I put a lot of work into that place. I'm sorry you're dealing with that, man. It's for the 5. Can't tune in much because of football. Do you have any good philosophy books? Genealogy of Morals with Friedrich Nietzsche. Plato's Republic's a good one to start if you're starting out with philosophy. I'm trying to think of other ones that, like, the average person just might enjoy. I don't know. I'm going to keep rambling about Nietzsche. You could read God is Dead. That's a really short book. That's like 100 pages. If you want to read something that's not really philosophy, but just kind of like mind expansive, kind of delving into just universal stuff, you can read Neil deGrasse Tyson, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. I read that in high school. That was pretty cool. That like didn't get me into philosophy, but it got me into like just universal thinking, I guess. It's for the 5. Tyler for the 3. Senny for the 3. Hi, I freaking love you. Me and my best friend are watching your stream while we dye their hair. Dub. And thank you for the 300 biddies. Shingle for the 3. Already read that. Wait, did I read that? I did read that.
Everyone's just guessing.
Joe, this is boring. I hate books. Most people hate books.
And it's so stressful. I have no clue what I'm doing. And each social media site has its own like algorithm and people who are on it. And you have to figure that shit out. And you have to post to all of them for even a chance of success in this. Except for Facebook. I don't post to Facebook. So
well, shouldn't exist anymore. I don't know why. Feel as if Facebook 40 years from now has to fail. Unless the millennials today become like the Facebook moms, or like the or like your parents become the grandparents of Facebook. I just don't see, like, who here has Facebook? I feel like most Gen Z people don't even have a Facebook. And if you do, it's probably for like a video game you played where you would get like extra game currency, or you needed it for like some sort of school thing. Like, a lot of you guys are saying you have it, but nobody like scrolling on Facebook, right? That's young. I'm spaded for the 3. I'm high right now. Please enlighten me. And about what? Next charity stream I would love to donate. Not this upcoming Friday, next Friday. Today's Friday. Not next Friday, Friday after that. March 15th, Palestine Children's Relief Fund is the next stream we're doing. Then we're probably going to do another F Cancer one after that. I haven't done an F Cancer one in like a year, it feels.
Sucks. I hate Facebook. Actually, let me talk about this. So as an aspiring content creator, as we all are, you can pretend like you're not, but I know every time you post something on the internet, you're kind of hoping it blows up, kind of hoping you can quit that 9 to 5. I get it, let's not pretend. But in order to achieve that, you have to have a firm grasp of knowledge on how every app operates and grows. And like I said earlier, no one actually knows how that works. But we pretend, we play our games, and we try and weasel our way.
I'm gonna have one piece of advice that I see a lot of people do. Don't start a series. I mean, okay, keep in mind, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Because, again, anything can fucking work. But I know a lot of people that, like, personally, that have been doing social media and have tried to do like series where they do like either short, like YouTube shorts or TikTok or Reels or something, where they're doing like an episodic-esque thing and they think that it'll gain traction over time. It won't, right? You do episodic shit, in my opinion, after you already have traction, right? Because you don't know if that episodic thing that you're doing is going to hit. And if it doesn't, now you're just stuck in an infinite realm of, I'm just going to keep doing this until it works, but it'll never work, right? Do a bunch of random shit that you find interesting, right? Or the content realm that you want to make, stay in that realm that you want to make. But I mean, kind of diversify yourself. See when something works, kind of gain traction out of that, and then you can do an episodic thing. But if you're just like, hey, I'm going to start making a podcast. Me and my friends really think that we would make a really good podcast. Newsflash, buddy, your podcast is never going to fucking hit. You and your friends talking about your fucking prize picks for sports. You are 3 random dudes in the state of Idaho just fucking yapping on a Blue Yeti mic for fucking 4 hours. Who the hell's going to tune into that? They don't know you, right? Most podcasts only work if you have people that will watch the podcast. You can't grow a podcast unless it's already a grown podcast. You don't just start from scratch on 0 viewers on a fucking podcast and some guy one day is going to be like, oh, let me watch a 4-hour fucking monologue this guy's going to have.
Wait to the top of whatever.
Somebody said like Jinxie? No, Jinxie has traction and started one and it's doing really good, right? He also is bringing on fire guests, but you don't need that. I'm saying in the sense of like, if no one knows who you are, you don't have traction, you don't even know what you're doing in social media, yet you're going to sit down and yap for 3 hours and expect that that's going to be entertaining. Like, you haven't even learned how to do content, let alone sit there and talk for 3 hours and have people listen to you. That boy for the fucking sub.
Algorithm we're at the mercy of. But the reason people go crazy is because all the apps suck. They all suck in their own special little way, and you have to deal with—
Basement Yard started from scratch? What the fuck is Basement Yard? And when did they start? If they started 10 years ago, that's different.
Welcome.
They clip their shit. And they started 6 years ago. Most motherfuckers that are doing podcasts are like, yeah, let's give it a month. We're going to blow up. No, you won't. I see their TikTok clips. They're funny as fuck. They've been doing it for a while. And they started out not even a podcast, dude. It's like little clips. They did the right thing, right? They know what they're doing. They give people snippets on short form. They come to the long form and they're expecting this thing and they get the same thing, right? A lot of people fail in transitioning an audience because they sit here and they clip shit and they expect it to transition an audience over. And I remember Jinxie's fucking, or not Jinxie, it might have been Queso saying this. I saw his clip on the podcast. He's a fucking 100% right. If you clip shit from your live stream and expect people to come over and your live stream is nothing like the clip, people are going to be fucking bored, right? you have to clip stuff that's in relevance to how you normally act. If you have a 4-hour stream and you clip 5 seconds of something that was mildly entertaining, and the rest of the stream you're sitting there playing League of Legends, fucking Summoner's Rift, fucking dead silent, with fucking Drake playing on blast in the back, no one's gonna fucking watch you.
With all of them. So I'm going to talk about why I hate each individual social media app, and it's just for my own mental health. Number 1, Facebook. Get off Facebook. Why are you still on Facebook? I mean, let's not even talk about this shit. It's just a terrible app to begin with. Not one of my close or satellite friends still has a Facebook page. And if they do, it's just a picture from like 2017 and a relationship status that has been long since in effect.
Dude, also Facebook's UI is awful. It is the hardest app to navigate in the world. How do old people understand Facebook but don't understand TikTok? When there's like fucking 5,000 tabs on Facebook and weird mechanics, but TikTok's just For You page following liked videos.
The only real reason to have a Facebook page is to stay in contact and to update the older relatives in your life who just don't use any other social media besides Facebook. If you're still on this app, I'm going to assume you're either a Midwestern...
what is this TikToks you Zers are talking about? You youngins are what you do the YouTubes? You know how many old people in my family have said that to me? So you do for work. You were going for physical therapy. Now you do the YouTubes? Oh, Jesus.
A Trump supporter.
And I go, yeah. Oh, what's that? A video play? You're telling me you don't know what fucking YouTube is?
A painful millennial or someone
the conversation's already over if you don't know what fucking YouTube is.
Repost the worst Harry Potter memes, or some combination of all of those things. Facebook sucks. Number 2, TikTok. This is where I got my career started, and I owe them everything. This app fucking sucks. The algorithm is whack. The content...
This kid's spamming. You don't know how to spell Israel, dude. Jesus Christ. Asking me to do an Israel charity stream. Israel. I'm doing a Palestine Children's Relief Fund charity stream because the amount of children in Palestine that have literally no home or family now because their family were fucking carpet bombed is insane. So I prioritized one, right? I understand there are people that are Israelis that are either kidnapped or dealing with some sort of hostage situation by Hamas, but I'm not disregarding that, right? I'm sitting here prioritizing the sense that there are thousands of people that are dying in Palestine, right? Million. I don't know how many people live in Palestine, but I gotta Google that. How many Palestinians are there in Gaza? 2.2 million. Yeah, it's millions. I didn't know if it was hundreds of thousands or millions, but it's a lot of fucking people, right? And it's Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Obviously, it's helping just Palestine in general, but specifically children that are Palestinian in Gaza and just in general. So that's why I'm kind of prioritizing that. But you also spelled Israel wrong.
Has become brain dead. It's just algorithm baiting. And it has turned everyone into goldfish brain simpletons that can't watch a video over 2 minutes without swiping away.
Are you sure it doesn't go to Hamas? I asked, do y'all know who Absorber is? The YouTuber? Because I don't know. I remember when all of this started to go down between Palestine and Israel, I really wanted to learn more, and he talked to me about it, and he said that it was a good charity, and he knows a lot, right? And I'm kind of taking his word, because he's been making a lot of content on that. He sent me a bunch of articles, and kind of wrote me out this whole fucking essay on how many Palestinian children have been affected. And I'm going to end up making a video not only to shout the charity stream itself for Palestine Children's Relief Fund, but also just talk about the situation itself. I haven't made it yet, obviously, because it's not for 2 weeks, but I'm kind of going to make the video to shout the stream, but also leave it up after the stream. It's not going to be like a story like my other charity streams and stuff like that. So, Chrome for the sub, Addy for the sub, Datboy for the sub. I'm spaded for the 5. What do you smoke? I'm on indica right now. I'm 3 years old. Okay, well, I doubt you're 3 years old. I smoke literally any weed whatsoever, right? I don't understand why people go, what strain is this? Is this going to make me hungry? Is this an indica or a sativa? Indica and sativa is just the fucking length of the plant, by the way. It has literally nothing to do with how it's going to make you feel. It's actually the strain itself that matters more than the fact that it's an indica or a sativa. It's just the size of the buds and also the plant itself. Smoking an indica doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be tired, or a sativa means you're awake. I've smoked sativas. I've eaten edibles with sativas that fucking put me to sleep. And conversely, the opposite with indicas, right? Somebody said cap. It's not cap. It's the terpenes within it. K2's the best. That's synthetic weed. That'll make people insane and actually kill you, so that's not good. Ben for the sub. Also, don't smoke or use marijuana unless you are 21 and it's legal in your state. Thank you.
And it's done that to me too. My brain has become rotten because of short form content. It'll ban you for no reason. It'll not ban people who absolutely should be banned. It's just the definition of the consequences of our own actions and needs. But thank you so much for everything you've done for me. I really appreciate that. If you could verify me, that'd be great, because all my content keeps getting stolen and people pretend to be me, and it's kind of fucked up. Then we have Instagram, a fantastic place to see memes that are 4 days old and they come from better parts of the internet. Or it's great if you want to follow up on your favorite celebrity.
Instagram Reels is the biggest shithole in the world. It's literally just re-uploaded TikToks. See, I mean, a lot of YouTube Shorts are like that as well, but YouTube Shorts does have a lot of unique content, right? Whereas Instagram Reels, I don't think I've ever seen a unique post on Instagram Reels. The comment sections, okay, yeah, the comment sections are also a fucking hellhole. Reels are so funny. Dude, what the fuck do you mean? Reels are the new Vine? Do you guys actually watch Reels? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Reels have changed. Reels are better than TikTok. Really. Maybe it's the recommendation system. I doubt that Reels as a whole are better. I'd use it to read comments. I gotta do a poll here. What do you use most? Do you use TikTok the most, Reels, or Shorts? For short form. I'm letting y'all know I'm never going on Reels. I tried that shit for like a month and it was ass. Same thing with fucking Snapchat Spotlight. Everybody was like, you can make a bag on that. And I was like, really? Fucking reactivated my Snapchat. I was like, oh yeah, let me try this out. Got like 1,000 views. I was like, yeah, maybe Snapchat Spotlight isn't the bag for me. All right, most people use TikTok, then Reels, then Shorts. I think people will watch Shorts if they're in their feed, but nobody's like, I'm gonna go watch YouTube Shorts. Floating for the 3. Fun fact of the day, your stomach produces a new layer of mucus every 2 weeks so it doesn't digest itself. Miles and Pandas for the sub shout for the 3. How's your day going right now? Good. How's yours? Ellie for the 3. Super stressed lately and your streams to help me stay positive. Thanks for everything you do. Thank you for the 3 biddies, and I'm glad I could help.
Day-to-day life, and then let them push some bullshit merch on you.
This is big.
Add Twitter. Well, Twitter isn't just videos. Twitter's also just posts.
This is big. Dream, hustle, repeat. Anything you want to do, go and make it happen. Build.
Mark Wahlberg just... I don't know. Mark Wahlberg just makes me fucking cringe sometimes. Like, I liked him in Head. He's good in some movies, but it's like, dude, I don't know who this is. You don't know who Mark Wahlberg is? Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch? He curb stomped an Asian man in the 90s. You don't know Mark Wahlberg?
Build.
Or to see pictures of relatives that you haven't talked to in a very long time and they're so face-tuned you almost don't recognize them. I mean, Instagram Reels is a terrible algorithm. That is one of the worst ones, and it's just a place where TikTokers post their TikToks months after they made them on TikTok. So just get a TikTok. I know why you're holding out because Chinese or whatever, but just fucking do it. Then we have Pinterest. I don't know Pinterest. I don't get Pinterest. I'm not a woman, and I'm not saying only women can use Pinterest, but I feel like it's specifically made for women to figure out, because
I thought Pinterest didn't even exist anymore, dude. I remember Pinterest being the hype in like 2016.
Male brain can't handle all of the pictures and how to navigate. I type in what I want to see and it doesn't.
Rexarino for the 5. This is my personal take. I use TikTok to look at women and find new music. I use Reels to find funny memes and read out-of-pocket comments.
Show it to me. I cannot crack the code, and therefore I will not talk about this any further. And then we have Twitter. Stop touching it, Elon. Stop touching it. It's scary. This was one of the worst places to put content out to begin with. It's so toxic. But now with the blue checkmark people at the top of every comment section just saying the worst takes imaginable. Every comedy Twitter page has become a place of interaction bait because they get...
Yo, you know what I hate about Twitter? Anytime I see a video on Twitter that I am mildly interested in what the replies are, all of the replies are just a chain of other videos that are similar to the video that I watched, rather than an actual reply to the video or the tweet. Like, I follow history accounts, and none of them, or not follow them, but like I see a lot of history, like video, like old 1940s videos or 30s videos, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool to see the past, right? Click on it, and then I scroll down, and it's just no one talking about it, dude. Or it's just somebody fucking legs open, just spreading their vag. Just, yeah.
Paid now for every interaction they have.
Oh.
Now it's just like, well, do you remember when SpongeBob was on TV? Good fucking joke. What the fuck is that? Now Elon's trying to get rid of the block feature because he saw how many people blocked him because he's annoying. And now he's blaming Jews for shit. I'm just so over that app. And how do you even build a following on Twitter? No one knows. I have put out some absolute heat, some bangers of tweets, and they never get attention. And then someone takes a screenshot of that tweet and puts it on Reddit, and it gets...
I feel like the big Twitter that exists now have always been around. Like, the people that are making money on Twitter are Twitter accounts that have been Twitter accounts for fucking 7 years with a following. Joe, this is honestly a mad, boring video. I think this is a fun video. If you don't think it's a fun video, I'm sorry, man. If most of my chat, wants me to switch, I will, but I don't think this one's bad. Also, you're a little wiener spammer. Jesus.
Front page? The fuck is that? Okay, whatever. I'm done talking about this. Then we have YouTube. The best. There's no issues with YouTube. Please, for the love of Christ, don't affect my channel. Leave me alone. But despite all of that, if you could follow me on each individual social media site that I mentioned. If you don't have an account, just make one. It's really easy. Fun fact, it's much later in the day now because...
Chat, do you want me to say on this video or no? Bro said little wiener spammer. Dude, I didn't know what to say. I was going to say a little dickhead, but then I was like, I say that all the time. And then I was like, what? And then I didn't want to stutter because if I stutter, you guys make fun of me. So I was like, little wiener spammer, which just sounds stupid.
Because I was editing the
I should have
footage
just called him a cuck.
and I realized halfway through the video the camera just went out of focus. So
now, you're allowed to say you don't want to watch the video, right? But, I mean, like, if you're the only person that doesn't want to watch the video, I'm not going to fucking switch.
that's pretty tight.
My apologies for calling you a little wiener spammer. That was rude of me.
I have a place to be in a half hour and I am fucked. But since I already talked about all the aspects of social media that rots your brain, I wanted to talk about the effects of that brain rot. And that would be...
you were going to say, cuck, you're too predictable. See, that's why I tried to switch it up. But then it didn't work. And it just came out cringe. And my diss was not funny.
types of content creators that absolutely suck wang. I mean, I'm not a big shit talker. To quote AJJ, I'm too cowardly to take a stand. I want to keep my nose clean. So I won't be calling out content creators directly, but there are definitely genres of these types of people that are just disgusting. First and foremost, we have the pointers. You've probably seen these people before against your will. These people are known for their lack of input as well as their ability to ride the coattails of a much more talented creator. They always sit—
Scumbag Dad as in— oh, sorry, Scumbag Dad, I know this is satire. I was struggling to find examples. No, Scumbag Dad actually does add stuff. But yeah, no, there are a lot of commentators that'll just fucking throw that bitch up there. The people that react to memes like Bentellect. What's better than one orange? 2 oranges. And then he just pops up another meme. It's just fucking reacting the same memes over and over again. I'm like, fuck, dude. Just post the memes. I feel like at that point, just going fucking iFunny.
Known for their lack of input as well as their ability to ride the coattails of a much more talented creator. They always sit in the bottom of a screen and they
Don't you also react? Yeah, but I don't react to still framed memes and just read them and chuckle. I add to the video for the most part. Especially on Twitch. Not on TikTok, it really depends the video.
Just point up to like a meme or a tweet that they did not create, and that's all they do. I mean, sometimes they'll like chuckle or they'll be like, huh, that's so true.
Oh, that's literally Bentellect. My son really made me ask his dad for something he wanted because I knew him longer.
But that's not content creation. That's just a way to handle the fact that you're a waste of space, Ben. You piece of shit. Sometimes they'll be there for an entire video that they're stealing and they'll just sit there with the blankest—
Bro, but I'll watch the videos because I don't know where they found the meme from or like where the video is. They'll just sit at the bottom and then the top of the video, the top 2/3 of the video is just the video playing.
window licking stare you've ever seen in your life. Number 2, we have the toxics. Now, I'm not going to put any of these people up on the screen because I don't want to be put in their crosshairs, which will further their careers by throwing gasoline on the fire. I mean, I guess a good example is Trisha Paytas because she is exactly what I'm talking about, and also with my follower count, she probably doesn't see me as a real person. But these people just feed off of talking shit and hate spewing. Not like racist hate spewing, that's a different type of content.
But it's what they built their platform off of, right? Like a lot of people are like, wow, this person's really going in a down spiral. It's because they're gaining traction from being an asshole, right? I'm not saying necessarily Trisha Paytas, but like any content creator you could think of that's just like known to be a dickhead, it's because if they're a dickhead, they get views, right? Chris for the sub floating for the 3. It's how annoying people asking you to look at their edits, but I spent a little while on this. My username, can you send it to one of my mods and then they'll send it to me rather than me pausing and looking it up?
and that's not funny, so we won't talk about that. But no, these content creators have come up with the perfect formula to generate interactions with their posts. First, they come up with a super bad take. Men should never cry. Then they hold that take to their chest and make a post about it. Then, of course, the comments are full of people saying that's not.
While I don't want men to completely avoid it, seeing a man cry does turn me off. I'm seeing the pendulum swing from men shouldn't cry to a man crying has zero effect on his attractiveness, and neither of these are true. Well, yeah, if you're a guy that's just sitting around crying about every little thing, but if, like, my dog died, I'd cry. Or if I was really upset, I'd cry, right? Guys should be allowed to cry as much as women.
Not fucking true at all.
I think a woman or a man that cries because their Starbucks drink was wrong or their Dunkin' drink had too much espresso, right? You're being a fucking wiener, right? But if it's just something that's legitimately, I can be upset about this.
Why would you ever say that? Then they make a video in response to the comments of that last video.
Oh my god! You're the same motherfucker! Mad boring video. That spam was like months ago, bro, I swear. Joe, you talk too much, bro. You talk too much, little bro. When I spammed Cowboys, that was months ago. And then you talk about spamming, and then you tell me I talk too much, and you spam that. Fuck off! Oh, got a Doge with a wig as his profile picture. Lock in.
Doubling down on the take that they had that was so dog shit it made that many people angry. And then the people in that comment section for that post are even angrier than the post before it, and that cycle just continues until people stop giving a shit. In which case that content creator comes up with another dog shit take and the cycle continues. It's probably one of the laziest ways to make content, and it's also, I don't know how you live like that, I don't know how you look in the mirror, but you know, to each their own. Get that bag, king. Then we have the split screeners. I have actual beef with split screeners because they keep stealing my goddamn content. These are just people who take another person's content and then they put another video to the side of it and pretend like it's brand new content.
Dude, because they make so much money from it.
Just imagine a regular TikTok, but on the side of it, there's like video game content or ASMR videos or DIY craft. Newsflash, dickbag, if you take one person's content and another person's content and put them together, you didn't make new content. You just stole two people's content at once. All right, if I seem a little different right now.
I will say, though, when the split screen video's playing and I watch it, I can't help but watch the actual game rather than the podcast clip. I watch a lot of podcast clips that are on like TikTok, and it's usually like a video of a GTA car driving down this weird U-ramp with gaps in between it. Editor, throw a fucking image of that on the screen right now. I described that perfectly. And then I'm like actively listening to it and giggling about that, but I'm not even watching the podcast. I'm just looking at that video and I'm like, it needs to make it to the end. And the video always cuts right before it does. Artec for the 3. You plan on getting any more tattoos? Chris for the sub. Toad for the tier 2 sub for 28 months total. Do you want to be a guest on my podcast? It's really cool. Over 150 paid listeners. Do you actually have a podcast, Toad? I'd go on. Yeah, that'd be sick. I don't know when I'd be able to fucking do that, but if you actually have a podcast, yeah. That'd be cool. Floating for the 3. Oh, Floating, I'll look at your edit if you get one of my mods to send it to me. And Toad, thank you for the tier 2 sub. And yeah, I'm gonna get do you guys want to see the new tat that I'm probably gonna get? This is the inspiration from it. But this is not the... It's gonna look way different. But I wanted a Memento Mori tattoo. I told you guys about that. And I was looking at a skull with an hourglass, but I didn't like that. So I think I'm going to get 2 roses, and one's going to wilt and, like, die, and the other one's going to be alive. This font's definitely going to change. I'm probably going to fucking swap up the design a lot, but it will be flowers. And I'm probably going to have it, like, here. Like, here. And then another one that I'm getting is I'm going to get the word nobody in big font. You guys aren't going to like this one, but I don't give a fuck because I want this tattoo. I'm going to get the word nobody in big font tattooed on my back. Right here. Just the word nobody. Why? Because everyone's a nobody, right? You're insignificant. That's cringe. I don't give a fuck. Please don't. That's cringe. Here's the thing, though, chat. Here's the thing, though. I don't give a fuck! Are you me? No! I don't know what font I'm going to get it in, and I might move the placement on it, but I do want to get a tattoo that says the word nobody. And then I'm going to get another one that says amor fati, which just means love your fate, or love of fate. That's a Nietzsche quote, but that's later down the line. The 2 that I'm going to get soon is nobody and memento mori. Memento mori means remember death. And like Stoics used to say it. It's a quote from way back. It originated through Marcus Aurelius, but he didn't say it. They actually got it from his terms, and then they put it into like a phrase. But the word nobody I want to get because not nobody in the sense of like no one, but nobody in the sense of you're a nobody. I mean, I don't know. You guys saying it's cringe is making me upset, but at the same time, I want a tattoo to show the insignificance of a designated person. I'm Joe Bartolozzi, but at the end of the day, I am a nobody, and I think everyone is a nobody. There's 8 billion people in the world. You are much less significant than you think you are, which to some is depressing, but to me is actually relieving. And I think the facilitation of people putting more importance on somebody else than others is annoying, right? And the idea of just having a persona, right? Like, at the end of the day, I'm just a thinking mind, and I'm an animal that has the designated name Joe Bartolozzi. At the end of the day, I am not Joe Bartolozzi. I'm just someone, right? I'm a nobody, right? Which is why I want that tattoo. Now, maybe, is that cringe? I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe I won't get it on my back, because I feel like that might just be kind of the center, but I do want it on my body somewhere. But yeah, see, now y'all switch up when I fucking when I say why I want it. I think somebody outwardly looking at it might be like, "Damn," but see, that's why I don't know. Maybe I don't know what else would describe that. Just the idea of unimportance. And no, what is another word that would describe that? I just think nobody works. Cringe, y'all motherfuckers glazing for real. Yo, G Prezi, I swear to God, I bet you were the same. I bet you got a tattoo of a clock, a rose, and a fucking lion on your forearm with rosary beads wrapping around it. And the word family right under it, right? Like every other guy ever. Just a wolf and a clock and just mi familia right under it. Worthless? I feel like worthless is like degrading. I wouldn't say worthless because I think being a nobody doesn't mean you don't have worth. But worthless just means you have no worth. What's another word for nobody? I gotta Google that. Another word for a nobody. Chat, you can't get me off topic on this because now I'm gonna be looking this up. Irrelevant? Nah. Because relevance, I always feel like people just associate with fame. Insignificant, but I don't know if I want the word insignificant. Nobody's synonym. Chat, is that really cringe? Pop up a poll. Answer honestly. At the end of the day, if a few people think it's cringe, I don't give a fuck, because people probably think this question mark I have on my arm is cringe, or the distance the sun was from the earth on my forearm, but like, because it's your body at the end of the day, but I mean, if like everybody's like, damn, that kind of looks douchebaggish, I don't want a douchebaggish tattoo. I think it makes sense to me, and I obviously don't think it's cringe because I know the explanation behind it, but I also want it to make sense to somebody that is looking at it and not asking me what it means. Obsolete. That just means out of date. Negligible. It Faber est quisesc. What does that even mean, dude? Rexarino for the sub. Or for the bets. You want me to get the architect of his own fortune. Rebecca and Yo-Yo's for the sub, Brandella for the 3. I'd like that. Love the nobody tat idea. You should get it in a cool font, though. Oh, yeah. Would you want to do big block letters? I feel like it would look sick in the novels font. The circle novels. The circle novel font. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Hold up. Let me actually fucking screenshot that. Fucking froze my screen there. I usually get Seagram as a font. For Memento Mori, that's going to be the font that I get because I like that, but I don't know if that's necessarily what I'm going to get. For nobody. I'm spaded for the 3. You missed my bits. This is something I don't know. What? Mods, can we do the poll? Did we do the poll? Last dono, I think, for today. I'm going to keep watching. Not also type. I saw the tat. That's sick. Thank you. Riser for the 3. When I get older, I want a tattoo of Atlas on my chest holding the earth with just the word together. That's cool. Zuru for the 1,000 biddies. Cyber sigilism tattoos. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Cyber sigilism. We need to get back to the videos today, chat. So please, after this, no more questions about tats. Oh, I mean, yeah, they're cool, but I feel like a lot of people that get that shit just get them because they look cool. I don't want to say tattoos need to have meaning because they don't. At the end of the day, you just have to like them. But I don't know. I think some people just get like designs that they think look cool and then they end up regretting them later on. Forget for the sub, really, for the sub, Ashton for the 5. Search up non-entity, it's better than nobody. Non-entity might be a more philosophical thing. With a person or thing with no special or interesting qualities, an unimportant person or thing. That is so much better than nobody. You are a fucking goat, Ashton. I needed a word to describe it, and you fucking perfectly described what I literally explained. Even better than nobody. I'm going to write that down. Ashton _ STG. You are a fucking goat. Non-entity, a person or thing with no special or interesting qualities. An unimportant person or thing. And I think that describes everybody. A person with no special or interesting qualities. I wouldn't say I don't have any special or interesting qualities, but at the same time, nobody's definition is a person of no importance or authority, which is almost the same thing. An unimportant person or thing. Mod him? Yeah, let me just mod him. This just starts banning everybody. That's what I'm thinking, but non-entity is better. What is better? You said Captain Crunch. Okay, chat, can we lock back into the video here? But everybody's unique. Everybody's unique, but not everybody's a nobody at the end of the day. And I don't know. If you want my honest take, I think everybody's just a person. I think the people who said it was cringe just said it to agree. Oh, who said it wasn't cringe just said it to agree. Yeah. I think non-entity is better. And I could probably get it in a different language too, which might be shorter because I already have a lot of things in Latin. What is non-entity in Latin? Non-ents. Because most of my I have Nihil Salton on my legs, which is in Latin, and Memento Mori is also Latin. I think I might stick with Latin, just because I think that's usually the root of philosophy. All right, let's lock back in here, chat. Buck for the 3. I want something related to my mom, my grandma, or Marvel tattoo when I'm 16, or maybe a speck in the World of Wonders. The only thing I'm going to say is, get it, whatever tattoo you want, that's fucking great, right? Get it for yourself, but think about it for more than like a day, you know? Like some people just walk into a tattoo shop and they're like, I thought about this yesterday, I want this. That might not be good, you know? You want to get something that you're going to be like, I'm going to sit on this for like 2 months and then be like, okay, yeah, I'll get it. Chat, do we like non-entity better than nobody? I feel like non-entity's not cringe, especially if I get it in Latin, non-ents, and I could get it in a nice font, very fine font. And I wouldn't even need to put that on my back. Now I could put that on my, like, arm or something because it's shorter. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Basil for the 3. But I really want the Memento Mori somewhere on my stomach. Right under my chest. All right, lock in.
Now it's because my battery died in my camera and I didn't have time to charge it again. And then I had to go out to a show and then I got...
What does Memento Mori mean? I already said it. Remember that.
Little drunk, and now here I am. The last one is rant video. These people are dorks. They bitch about everything. They have nothing positive to say, and they just live off of these hacky BuzzFeed articles about things that they are just praying are relatable. It's popular because it works, but Jesus Christ, I mean, you know, don't be such a hack.
Is he shitting on Eddie Burback? Hold up.
These hacky dorks. I got a little drunk, and now
I think that might be me.
Here I am. The last one is rant video. These people are dorks. They bitch about everything. They have nothing positive to say, and they just live off of these hacky BuzzFeed-like articles.
Big Tug! You're a ranter! You're ranting! You're shitting on me and yourself! You are ranting for 11 minutes!
Articles about things that they're just praying are relatable. It's popular because it works, but Jesus Christ, I mean, you know, don't be such a hack. Who wrote this? This is exactly about me. On a real note, guys,
I was like, dude, what?
Thank you so much for getting me to 1 million subs. I really appreciate that. It really does mean a lot. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have a following. I'd probably still make content every day, but no one would watch it. So that's kind of a bummer. But I would like to just take these last moments to pay tribute to our fallen social media comrades that did not make it through the entire process. They went absolutely nutbags and they decided to give it up. And I salute those who want to give up because that's very admirable in today's day and age. God bless.